Hi, it's Danielle here from the Teaching Entrepreneur Association, and today I'm going to talk to you about observations, and in particular online observations, because when this video is being filmed, right now we're in the middle of our the 2020 pandemic of the COVID-19 virus, so a lot of classes are going online, so obviously the observations have to take place online as well. So I thought what I would do is just share with you some differences that are between an online observation and a face-to-face observation. So the first thing obviously is that it is online, and your observer will be sitting as one of the little windows that you will be and you'll be aware of them probably more than you normally would be. So my three top tips today to help you is, the first is all about the community, because obviously when you're in a normal class, students can chitter-chatter to each other, they can look across the room at each other, they can work together in different groups, and there's a real sense of community that you as a teacher and they build together to become a tight-knit group. It's more difficult in an online class, because obviously all they've got is little boxes and they can just see each other. And in my classes, I turn the sound off, because if everybody's chitter-chattering, it's just, too much. And then we undo the mute or unmute it ourselves, so that everybody can talk, as and when. But in the case of an online classroom, you can't have everybody chitter-chattering all the time. The sense of community is much more difficult to build. And so as an observer, I'll be looking to see what the teacher and the students are doing to make that class into a community, so that everybody's contribution feels valued, so it's an inclusive learning environment, that nobody's left out, that everybody's ideas and thoughts and everything else are getting across. So a real sense of community, and that's not easy to put together, but I think it comes with a bit of experience and it comes with time. Like any class, the first lesson, people are getting to know each other and how they work and all the rest of it, but you don't have that sense of, when a class is over or you go for a break, everybody networks and mixes. Obviously in this, everybody's just going their own way. You call a break and say, right, we'll be back in 5 minutes, or grab a cup of tea or whatever. You can't have a chat over a cup of tea. So when you're observing, it's looking for that camaraderie and how it's built. The second one is all about using the technology. So I'm looking to see that everybody can use the technology, that the teacher has taught the students how to use whatever bit of equipment that they're using, so that students aren't left behind because they can't actually use the technology or the software or whatever else it is that's being done, because again that makes it for an exclusive rather than an inclusive classroom. It is difficult. I'm not suggesting that it's not, because it means the teacher has to learn yet another thing, which is the technology, and make sure they know it inside out before they even start the class, and then are able to support the learners through that. But it's in these times, it's another thing that we have to do. And indeed, early Ofsted findings have said that one of the biggest issues is using the technology, both from the teacher and the student point of view, and from a student point of view also having access to it. Some people don't have access to the internet, which obviously means that they can't learn, or if they do have it, it's very basic. So it's about making sure that whatever equipment they do have, they can use to the best of their ability. My third tip, again, is something that Ofsted brought up and I think is really important, is engagement. Engagement. There's no point in you teaching if nobody's engaged. So as an observer, I will be looking to see how engaged each and every one of those students are. And as a teacher, when I'm teaching, it's not easy, because you may think that somebody is actually doing the work that you're setting them, or is listening to what you're saying, and actually they've got a phone going, you know, they're doing something on their phone or whatever. Not so much in older students, you know, the more sort of 19 plus tends to be the younger students that do that, you know, sort of 14 to 19. But if you make your class exciting, motivating, inspirational, and you show your passion for what you're doing, your students will be engaged in what you're doing. And also mix up the teaching a bit. Don't just all the time, you know, get them watching a video, give them some questions to answer around a video, or have a debate about something, or do a poll, or whatever it is that you want to do. But mix up your teaching activities, don't just lecture. Hope this has been useful, and if you want more about this, there is a download that I've written that's included, so just click on the button below. Okay, till next time.